Coming up next on Good Morning El Paso, breaking overnight. A shots fired call leads to a SWAT situation in Montana Vista. We have your latest round-the-clock coverage.
Happening today, a major traffic closure downtown goes into effect. How long it lasts and how long you can get around it. Plus,
I've heard of many tragic cases of walking, talking, normal children who wound up with profound mental disorders after vaccines.
As the measles outbreak continues to spread, politicians and health officials are now weighing in on the vaccines debate.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC7's Good Morning El Paso.
rise and shine. It is 6 o'clock on your Tuesday. I'm Stephanie Valle.
And I'm Hillary Floren. Good morning, everyone. If you're just joining us, we have been following the latest on a SWAT situation out in Montana Vista.
To our round-the-clock coverage now. We're told authorities first responded to a shots fired call just before 11 last night at a home off Desert Willow and Bradley.
When authorities arrived at that home, a man had barricaded himself inside along with two victims. Around 4 this morning, the sheriff's spokeswoman confirmed the victims had been released and are safe.
No word on the condition of the suspect. And now let's go to a live look outside, courtesy of our exclusive ABC7 mountain cam. Nice and dark outside this 6 o'clock hour. Of course, we are expecting it to get nice and bright and sunny, of course, not just because the sun's coming up, but because there's not going to be a cloud in the sky.
It already feels good out there. We were mentioning that earlier as we walked in today. Crystal's got to look at our forecast, how much it's going to warm up.
Yeah, you know, I think that we all still kind of have that pep in our step from yesterday's forecast being so fine, and that's totally okay because today's looks just as good, and then we continue with that trend day after day after day. Here's your temperatures: 39 in El Paso this morning. Winds are at 3 miles per hour, so very light winds outside. Your relative humidity 86%. We did have some patchy fog, rather, that was reporting a little earlier this morning. The likelihood is that's going to start burning off as soon as sun rises, if any remains. 36 your temperature in Las Cruces this morning, slightly cooler, winds a little higher, 6 miles per hour, making it feel like we are right at freezing. 32 degrees your wind chill temperature. And here's a look at your clouds and radar map. Some clouds on those corners of your screen, but they're mostly going to be moving off and burning off as we start heating up. We're looking at another sunny forecast moving forward today. We'll talk more about what that sunshine means for your temperatures in about 10 minutes.
All right, thanks so much, Crystal.
A construction project downtown could change your commute for several weeks.
We have more on this traffic alert right now with ABC7's Denise Olivas. She's live downtown right now. Good morning.
Good morning, Hillary and Stephanie. Right now I'm at Kansas and Franklin, where crews are already getting that early start to shutting down Kansas Street between Franklin and Main. Again, that's for an ongoing construction project that's going to last about 3 months. We're seeing that same construction project right now on Santa Fe Street. So beginning today, Kansas Street will be closed. And let's show you a map just so you know exactly what we're talking about. Kansas Street Bridge is closed beginning today between Franklin Street and Main Street. Again, another reminder that Santa Fe Street also has the same closures between Franklin and Main. And with us today, we have Martin Bartlett. He's with the Engineering and Construction Management for the City of El Paso. First of all, thank you for waking up so early with us, just to, let the public know, because we know thousands of people could be affected today. Just tell us what this construction project is all about.
You're exactly right. Kansas Street is a vital link for thousands of commuters every day who come from Interstate 10 and go into the core of the downtown area. And starting today, for the next 3 months, Kansas is going to be closed from Franklin to Main, so the city can begin work rehabilitating the bridge over the train tracks downtown.
So basically right now we're standing over the Union Pacific Railroad, if you will, and so the construction is going to happen to all the overpasses?
Right, these bridges were built back in the 1940s, so just like an appliance in your home, at some point they just outlive their expected lifespan, and that's the case with these bridges. So the City of El Paso, working through our partners at the state and federal government, have decided that now's the time to just go ahead and take care of these bridges now rather than later.
And so what is the best bet for commuters who have to come to downtown every day, or even for those who need to just take care of business once a week?
There are marked detours around both of these locations at Kansas and at Santa Fe. However, if you're coming from, say, the east side or the lower valley, we're really encouraging you, consider an alternate route. If you're coming in on I-10, maybe take off on Cotton to Texas and come into downtown from that way, or consider Loop 375 and approach downtown from the south. So if you get into the core of downtown, you have to follow those detours, but there are also plenty of workarounds by coming up from the south.
All right, so it's going to be almost like a maze, I guess, until people get used to it. But, I mean, 3 months is going to be a lengthy time for commuters.
The good news is we have plenty of time to get used to it. The city of El Paso, working with its Department of Transportation as well, has retimed some of the signal lights as well. So we're doing everything we can to make sure that this is as low impact as possible. However, when you close a street as busy as Kansas, it's going to impact a lot of people.
All right, Martin, thank you again for waking up so early with us. And so again, Kansas Street already closing right now. The crews are here as we speak. In case you can't hear them, they're setting up the barrels and all the signs to let you know exactly what is closed. Kansas Street between Main and Franklin beginning today for the next 3 months. For now, we're live in downtown El Paso. Denise Olivas, ABC 7.
All right, Denise, thank you. And now taking a look at traffic over on the far east side, I-10 and Joe Battle, I-10 in Americas. Now you can see traffic is starting to pick up slightly. Again, no problems to report at this point. Just be careful as you get on the roads today. And also happening today, the city manager for Sunland Park has his job on the line again. City Council will have an executive session today to discuss firing city manager Vernon Wilson. The last time they considered the same action was in the summer of 2014. That back then, Mayor Javier Perea told ABC 7 the issue would likely come up in the future. Wilson tells ABC 7 he didn't even know his termination was up for discussion until he saw the item on today's agenda.
Back in 2006, a New Mexico star high school athlete shocked the city of Las Cruces when she stabbed her mother and her sister inside their home. Both survived, and Karissa McGee was sentenced to 21 years in prison. She served time and was released in May, and now she's back in jail again, held with no bond this time. We confirmed that she violated probation in October when she contacted her then girlfriend, something she was not allowed to do. Yesterday, a district judge modified the probation by allowing McGee contact with the woman. No word how long she'll stay in jail this time.
To the latest on the measles outbreak now, the disease is making people sick in at least 14 states.
And it's become a major political issue now, with high-profile Republicans questioning the need now for vaccines at all.
ABC's Elizabeth Herr has the latest developing now.
More than 100 people in 14 states and Mexico have now contracted the measles, prompting doctors and even President Obama to sound the alarm, urging parents to vaccinate their children. But this morning, politicians chiming in are creating a controversy. New Jersey Governor Chris Christie saying vaccination is a parent's choice, and fellow Republican White House prospect Kentucky Senator Rand Paul agreeing, noting that vaccines should be voluntary and even linking them to mental disorders.
I've heard of many tragic cases of walking, talking, normal children who wound up with profound mental disorders after vaccines.
Christie later backtracked a bit, saying, quote, "There is no question kids should be vaccinated." Paul's staff also fine-tuning his remarks, saying he believes that vaccines have saved lives.
Measles is around, and the more kids who are not vaccinated, the more they're at risk, and the more they put their neighbors' kids at risk as well.
And while health experts continue to stress vaccinations indeed save lives, Hillary Clinton adding her 2 cents, taking an obvious dig at the GOP hopefuls, tweeting, "The science is clear. The earth is round, the sky is blue, and vaccines work. Let's protect all our kids. Hashtag grandmothers know best." Well, to enroll in school, all states now require children to get certain vaccinations, but some states do allow parents to opt out by obtaining a waiver. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, New York.
As the film American Sniper continues to break box office records, the state of Texas honored former Navy SEAL Chris Kyle.
But not everyone agrees that Kyle actually deserved recognition. The reaction coming up a little bit later in the show.
Also, a massive snowstorm is breaking records all along the East Coast. It even had to force the cancellation of the New England Patriots victory parade.
And back here in the borderland, nothing but blue skies, looking so pretty out there. Well, it will soon. It feels good right now. Crystal Cly has a look at our forecast for later today. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, we're not trying to brag, but our forecast looks pretty good as we move through the next 7 days. We'll talk about the numbers and how about those winds coming up after the break.
Thanks, Crystal. This is ABC 7, where news comes first.